Welcome back to Trauma Recovery Anonymous. My name is Richard and I am your host. If you know anyone who's been diagnosed with depression as a mental disorder, please share this podcast with them. Understand, depression is a God-given instinct about something in your past that's intruding upon your present. It's a warning to you to break free of this past event. We're not meant to go back to the past and suffer the event over and over again. We're not meant to get depressed of the event over and over again. It's God telling you there's something in your past you haven't made peace with. Make peace with it today. Forgive and forget. Practice tolerance and patience. Live and let live. All these different simple little techniques to break free of the past. First, you use your breath. When we breathe in through our mouths, we aggravate anxiety and panic in our chest and stress and depression in our shoulders, like we carry the weight of the world upon our shoulders. So you breathe into your nose only. When you breathe into your nose, you feel your tummy expand first, then your stomach, then your chest, and then you exhale. In this way, you're not triggering the anxiety and panic in your chest or the stress and depression in your shoulders. You can be in a place of serene peace in this moment in time. So try a few breaths there, breathing into your nose, your tummy expanding, your stomach, your chest expanding, and then exhale. And as you do this breath, you'll find your mind calms down. And it's almost like the depression is put to one side. You're not depressed. You feel very calm in this moment in time. Understand that you're right where you're meant to be in this moment in time. You're halfway between the depression and stress of the past and the anxiety and panic of the unknown future. In this present moment in time, this is where you're meant to focus all your attention and intention. And so depression is a warning, a call to action, that something in your past can trouble you. And if you want to break free of it, you have to let go of it. But then how do you let go of it? You can't very well bury your head in the sand and pretend it didn't happen. Many have tried that and it just doesn't work. We have to learn to let go of the past in a healthy way. And the program Trauma Recovery Anonymous was designed for this specific reason. Understand that you exist in this moment in time, in these 24 hours right now. That right now in your lifetime, you're listening to my podcast. Wherever you are, whether you're in North America, which is about 12 hours behind me, or you're in the UK, which is about 6 hours behind me, or in Australia, which is 6 hours ahead of me, wherever you are in this moment in time, you're listening to my voice on this podcast. You're not in the past, you're not in the future, you're right here now, and please God, you're breathing in through your nose and you're feeling a sense of calm. If you can stay focused on being present in this 1 hour at a time, depression can't touch you. That's the first part. So you breathe into your nose only. For the rest of your days, whether you're playing sports, or you're on a date, or you're at an interview, or you're walking, or cycling, or swimming, or whatever you're doing, just breathe into your nose only, and make sure you expand your tummy first, then your stomach, and then your chest. And you exhale through your mouth. So practice that breath a few times a day, all through the day. This is your new way of breathing. No more breathing into your mouth. If you went through, like I did, where you smoked for years, or you vaped, it might be very hard for you to stop breathing into your nose now because you've been dragging in nicotine and vaping for so long that you've naturally been breathing into your mouth. But that's where you cause anxiety and panic, which then can trigger the past depression and stress. So you're going to have to teach yourself, and it may mean stopping smoking and stopping vaping, and learn to breathe into your nose only. That's the very most important gift you can give yourself, is to breathe into your nose. So maybe stop smoking and vaping. And breathe in gentle breaths. Breathe in gentle breaths, still feel your tummy expand, your stomach expand, and then your chest expand with that gentle breath. And then exhale. That's the first thing you do. The second thing you do is you understand that the past didn't happen to the person you are today. It happened to the person we call our inner child. So I'm a 65-year-old man today. I'm a husband and father. I'm living in Thailand. I'm a trauma recovery coach, and I like to think I'm a Christian miracle teaching healer. That's who I believe I am today. I'm not a 12-year-old child from 50 years ago. I'm not a 24-year-old man who was rejected badly 35 years ago or 31 years ago. I am only in this moment in time. So there's all of my inner child from the past, experienced events in the past, which were the cause of the depression. But they experienced the events, not I. I only exist in this first 1 hour here and now with you. This is where my whole life is. I can't step back into an hour and 1 minute ago. And there's no guarantee I'll wake up in an hour and 1 minute's time. I only have this 1 hour here and now to be the best version of me I can be. And so I have to let go of the past completely. And since I can't bury my head in the sand and pretend it didn't happen, because the thoughts are always there, the memories are always there, I have to find a way of giving the details and the baggage of the past events back to my inner child. So I may have to do, the first one would be what happened to the 12-year-old child 52 years ago. Give him back his baggage and details so he can leave this plane of existence. And then maybe there's an event when I was 17, I have to give it back to that 17-year-old child. And then there's maybe when I was 24, that event, give it back to that 24-year-old child. And so on through my life up until yesterday. And whatever events I have suffered in the past that caused me to feel depressed, I have to understand they didn't happen to me, so they're not mine to suffer. So I need to find a way of giving these details and baggage back to my inner child and let them take them. And it may be 20 different inner childs. I have to do this exercise 20 times. But I'm choosing to recognize that depression is a call to action to let go of the past. It's not a mental disorder. It's not something we're meant to medicate and suffer and go to a room and lock ourselves in the room and stick to ourselves in the dark and not change our clothes and not wash our bodies and feel dirty and feel dark and feel full of despair. Depression is saying, the past is not mine. I choose to give it to my inner child. And then you embrace this program called Trauma Recovery Anonymous. It's a very simple program. It's got 2 parts. The first part of the event is called Healing Any Trauma Memory. It's available on the Amazon platform exclusively. You purchase this book and you do the 2-hour healing event. Now, you can do the 2-hour healing event on your own. You maybe have a recovery buddy to do it with. Or you can email me at appointments@traumarecoveryanonymous.com and I will take you through this 2-hour healing event. And then I'll take you through the 12-step program of Trauma Recovery Anonymous to undo the learned dysfunctional behavior of your diagnosis, your disorder, your mental disorder misdiagnosis, which has happened for many people. And then at the end of that, you're free to have your life in the present. I charge for my time. It's a 3-hour event. I charge €60 for the healing event, and the 12 steps I take you through free for 1 hour. I can take one person at a time, or I can take 100 people at a time. We use one mantra for everybody. So when we're dealing with depression or PTSD, the mantra we use is, up until this morning, I have carried the memory of what happened to my inner child and the pain and suffering that they experienced and the loss of innocence they experienced. But I realize now it was never mine to suffer, it wasn't mine to carry, and so I release it back to them with love and gratitude. And that's the mantra that everyone will use in the same group. So you could have 100 people, some people coming from childhood trauma, some people coming from conflict and war, some people coming from broken relationships, some people come from being attacked and molested. Everyone can use the same mantra at the same time for different conditions of their lives, and it works just as well. So if you're uncomfortable coming on your own, you can get 1 or 2 friends to come along and do this work together. The fee is €60 per person. You'd need to get your hands in this book, Healing Any Trauma Memory, and read through it, and then get the 12-step program of Trauma Recovery Anonymous and read through that, and then book your appointment at appointments@traumarecoveryanonymous.com and book your appointment with me. And then I'll arrange to do a 3-hour event with you. I'll take you through this 3-hour event. At the end of it, you'll be free of the past. The details and the baggage will be gone. No burying your head in the sand. It'll just be gone. You'll feel this in your body mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Your therapist might ask you, how do you feel about what happened to your inner child? And you'll be saying, it didn't happen to me. It's got nothing to do with me. It's not about me feeling what happened to them or how I feel about it. It didn't happen to me. It happened to my inner child. And they've taken that baggage and those details and they've stepped into the light. They've stepped into the mansion, prepare for them in our Father's mansion. All those details and baggage are gone. I now carry just the memory of what happened to them, but it didn't happen to me. It's no concern of mine. I can feel for that inner child, but it didn't happen to me. It's not my concern today to fight those battles or suffer for vengeance or justice. It didn't happen to me. It's none of my business. I have now released it with love and gratitude. I have also undid the learned dysfunctional behaviors of that mental disorder diagnosis. And if you can help me to mend the bridges of my relationships in the present and to set healthy boundaries in the present and how to become an independent person, I would love to continue working with you. If you can't do that, can you please put me in touch with another therapist or a life coach who can help me? And suddenly with the past gone, you're able to give all of your attention and intention on living fully in the present and mending the bridges with broken relationships and making amends and restitution and getting a job. And it may not be the best job. You may be qualified to be a doctor, but you're so messed up in your head, all you can do is stack shelves or working in a fast food chain for now. And maybe in a few months you can go back to being a doctor or a lawyer. But for now, you just want to get back into the society of having a job, even if it's stacking shelves or working in a fast food shopping centre. You're just going to just get a job again, and then you can work your way back up to where you are, where you're meant to be. But you're going to learn to be a part of society again. Connect with your family and friends. Allow your family and friends to be a part of your life. Take chances and let them know how you feel, and ask them not to fix or save you, but to help you deal with, like, depression. How do they deal with depression? They say, well, with depression I go for a long run and I'd wear myself out. I'd get rid of all the energy in my body. And I come afterwards and I'd be absolutely wrecked, whether in the gym for a few hours or running for a few hours or cycling or swimming. Afterwards, I'd feel completely drained of all energy, and I'd find the depression be gone that way. Someone else says, I love to write, I love to journal, I love to sing, and so on. You learn different techniques from different people, how to deal with your stress, your depression, in a safe and healthy way. Not medicating yourself, not looking for people to fix or save you. You take the action of fight, flight, freeze, fawn, fade, or acceptance to learn how to cope better. And then you learn to cope better, and you start coping better, and they learn how to give the details and the baggage of the past back to your inner child, and they take it from you. And in that moment you feel the release in your body mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Like a great weight's been lifted off your shoulders. All the stress and depression that you carried on your shoulders is gone, and you feel this freedom to be able to walk around, and it's gone. Disassociation's gone. You're able to move your neck and shoulders freely, and you feel this sense of peace that you're a new creation. This isn't rocket science. What happened in the past didn't happen to the person you are today. It's actually none of your business. Depression is a coping skill, a God-given instinct to say to you, the past is not yours to suffer. You have to let go of it. Whatever the past is, it may be the loss of a loved one. And some grief shouldn't be processed. Some grief is so deep that you just release it to one side and get on with your life. Like, if you were to process your grief, then it's almost like the person no longer matters. Some grief isn't to be dealt with. You put it to one side and you get on with your life in tribute of them. Don't allow the past to rule and define you. Otherwise you'll be diagnosed with a disorder, and you're not mentally ill. You don't have a mental disorder. Your depression is telling you you have to let go of the past. You don't just let go of it like burying your head in the sand. You don't get someone else to deal with it for you. You learn how to deal with your past in a safe and healthy way. And this program, Trauma Recovery Anonymous, I believe, is the simplest way to do this. So if, like me, you suffered a trauma in your childhood, you give that trauma back to your younger self. I gave it back to my 12-year-old child. He took it from me. He stepped into the light. And once he took it from me and stepped into the light, I was free of it. I can remember the memory of what happened to me in a child, but all the details and the baggage, the cold sweats, the perspiration, the feel of a touch in my body, they had left me. It wasn't happening to my body. It wasn't mine to suffer. I couldn't remember the details of the event. I knew this event happened in the past. I felt for my inner child, but it didn't happen to me. It really is this simple. You may have been in therapy for weeks, months, years, even decades, and suddenly you're finding out that there's a solution that you can do that takes 3 hours. At the end of those 3 hours, you're completely free of the past. Now, unfortunately, you'll have to unlearn all those dysfunctional behaviors of your disorder diagnosis, and that could take the rest of your life. But you'll be able to do it one day at a time, which means you focus all of your attention on living in the present moment, in resurrecting relationships in the present moment, of making amends and restitution to people in your lives in the present moment, of getting a job again, of being independent again, of achieving all your goals and hopes and dreams in the present. No longer ruled by the past. You can no longer be diagnosed as having a mental disorder of depression or PTSD because the past didn't happen to you. This is the truth that will set you free.